Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson from English Please. I'm Ayman Sarheed, and in today's lesson I wanted to continue what we started talking about in the previous one, which was using will and going to for future. In today's lesson, I wanted to talk about using will and going to in conditional sentences. But let me first start by apologizing because I should have made this video and uploaded it earlier, but I really didn't have time. So I'm really sorry for the delay, guys. And if you want to watch the previous lesson, you can click on the link in the description below. So let's get on with today's lesson. Now, let me start by saying something here. We can use will and going to with slight difference in meaning when we say that something is conditional on something else, or something is dependent on whether or not something else is going to happen. Study this sentence here. When I say, if you go on like this, you're going to lose all your money. Notice that here we have a condition, which means if this happens, this part of the sentence will happen or is going to happen definitely. So logically, this part of the sentence here is dependent on this part of the sentence or on whether or not it happens. So in this case, you can use will or going to. Another example can be this one. You're going to break the glass if you're not more careful. However, we use going to rather than will when there is no condition. I mean, if you look at this sentence over here, compare these two sentences together. These two ones over here. I'm going to open a bottle of lemonade if you want some. Now, in the first sentence, this part of the sentence, the part where we have going to, is not dependent on the other part. So whether or not you want some lemonade, I'm going to open a bottle anyway. See, so there's no condition. I mean, this will happen, this part of the sentence here will happen whether or not this part happens. You see? So this is where you use going to rather than will. However, also we use will rather than going to when we have offers, requests, promises, etc. And when there's ability. Sorry, this should have been a D here. Sorry. And when we express ability. Study the following examples. If Jack phones, I'll let you know. This is like an offer. So I'm offering this to you. If Jack phones, I'll let you know. We cannot use going to here. Because the sentence will have a different meaning. It will mean that I intend or I have this intention or previous plan of telling you if Jack phones. And that's not the meaning of the sentence. Here this is more like of an offer, okay? If you look to your left, the second sentence here, if you look to your left, you will see the lake. You will see the lake here expresses the ability, so which means the ability, sorry, of seeing the lake, which means if you look to your left, you will be able to see the lake. We use will also when one thing, or let's say when something is the logical outcome of another. I mean, if you study the sentence here, it says, if you do not plug in the power cable, the computer won't start. So this part of the sentence is the logical outcome or the logical result of this part. Okay? In this case, we use will. That'll be all for today's short lesson. I hope you guys benefited from this. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. This was Ayman Sarheed, and I'll be with you in another lesson soon, inshallah. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.